Hello and welcome to my channel, She Speaks To. If you're new, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. I'm taking it 100 subscribers at a time, so please subscribe, like, and comment if you like my review. That means a lot to a new YouTuber. Like I said, I'm taking it 100 subscribers at a time, so help me reach that 100 mark. So this review is for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 2, Episode 2. Before we get started on this actual episode, I just want to give a preface about what happened on the reunion show. So on the reunion show, you saw that Letitia came with that smoke. She wanted all the heat. She came against Martell and Melody, Mel and Tell, and Letitia's husband did not support her. Even Maurice went to speak to Marceau, which is Letitia's husband, and said, your wife is struggling out there. You know, you need to do something. Marceau basically said that she needed to shut the F up, and then there wouldn't be any problems, which made Letitia burst in tears. One thing I can say about Mel and Tell is they can be fighting like cats and dogs at the house, but they come as a united front. If you want to come against them, be ready, because they will double team you. And Marceau was not there for the drama on the reunion show. He wanted to keep it classy. However, Letitia, bless her heart, she wanted, it's like she's I feel like she has a good heart. She's a good person, but I think she wanted her moment against Melody, but it was against Melody and Martell. And you know, Martell, he fights like a chick. So he doesn't fight like a man. He doesn't say, let the men duke it out and let the women duke it out and I'll watch. He'll jump in there, pull your wig off, snatch your purse, steal your cell phone. He fights like a chick. I mean, let's be real. So, and another thing I noticed is the first episode 1 and episode 2 is basically about Mel and Tell. They show a little bit about Kimmy and Maurice while they're filming with Mel and Tell, but not separately, and that lets you know who wields the power on this show. It's about Melanie and Martell, and if you want to be seen, you need to film with them. I think Letitia figured that out kind of late, and we see her at the end of the episode. So let's get into the review. So this review starts off with the ending scene of the baby shower. Maurice is talking to Martell, and he's telling him, y'all need to stop. You and my brother are arguing, and I think this puts Maurice in a bad situation. He's in the middle. However, you obviously know that he knows his brother better. He's going to support his brother. He has his brother's back, but he's still friends with Martell. And we also know that Martell is petty. Martell will do tit for tat, and I really think all the jokes about Martell's infidelity really got to him. The scenes where other people were talking about it in their confessionals, I think it really got to him, and he is petty Betty. He likes it. He tells Maurice, maybe we can sit down as men and talk about this later on your time, but this is my time, meaning this is the baby shower. So basically that was the scene. So what happens next? So we see Melody and Martell opening gifts, and you can tell their marriage is a little different this season. They're playful. Even, you know, you can tell that they're in a better place. Melanie is like giving him googly eyes, and they're laughing, they're joking around. So you can tell their marriage is in a better place. They start talking about their fathers. Martell's father did not come to the baby shower. Melody's father did not come to the baby shower. And they're talking about what they should do. Should they reach out? Both of them have fractured relationships with these men. It seems like Martell is more leaning towards Melody working it out with her father, because he mentions your father has his doctorate. He has a lot of things going on. So it would appear that Martell has more respect for Melody's father based on his accomplishments, but that doesn't mean he can't be he's still a bad father, whereas Martell's father has been in jail and probably has not reached that level in society. So I feel like he has more respect and is leaning on Melody to work it out with her father. I can say that being a grown-up with these fractured relationships with these fathers, yes, you can reach out to these men and try to mend it and try to recreate some kind of semblance of a family. However, they need to be able to reach out to you. They're still in the position of power. I don't care how old you are, they're still your parents. So they should also make an effort. When you're a grown woman with 3 children, 1 on the way, married, your best family circle is what's in your household, and you need to make sure that's complete. Now, you can reach out to your father if you want to put in the work, but sometimes it definitely is not worth it. You just may have a bad relationship with your father. It may be fractured, and that may be what it is. There are a lot of children who don't grow up with grandparents because maybe they've passed away. And I'm not saying grandparents are not important. However, if they're going to bring confusion and conflict in your family, if it's going to stress you out, if it's going to hurt your feelings, if you're going to feel slighted, maybe it's not the best thing. You've noticed both men did not attend the baby shower. Melody's father said, I think he had other obligations he couldn't break. Why not? You haven't seen or spoken to your daughter in over a year. And Martell's dad said he was coming, just didn't show up. So it's up to them to fix that. But the men, the fathers also have to want to do it too. So that's my spiel on that. So Martell is going to get Melody a push gift, and Melody's brother shows up, and he's not having it. He's like, you've hurt my sister. How can I trust you? Martell says, just listen to my word. I don't want to get into it. I'm saying that I won't do this again. Melody's brother's like, you said this a year ago and I believed you. Why should I believe you now? And as they're standing looking at each other, I was like, they kind of look alike too. They could be brothers. If, you know, Martell is kind of lean and Melody's brother is a little thicker, but I was like, y'all look like y'all could be brothers. But then again, Melody and Martell look like brother and sister to me anyway. So I don't know. And their kids look like both of them. You can't even tell who the kids look like because they all look alike. So anyway, so he says, I want to see, Melody's brother says, I want to see action. So then we see Martell go home to Melody. They're packing for the baby and he gives her this push gift. And I really thought the push gift comes after you have the baby. I want my push gift after I pushed. I want a reward after I push. But it was still a sweet scene. He gives it to her. You know, she sheds some tears. They hug. You can tell they're in a better place. So then Martell visits Kimmy. And, you know, Kimmy is saying that she refuses to call Martell's mistress a peasant. She said that both women have been hurt. It's a public humiliation. And Martell acknowledges, he said, yes, I'm the common denominator. I did this to both women. So I was like, okay, he's stepping up. He's being a bigger person. So then they talk about Destiny, and she tells Martell how Destiny said that she was offended, and Kimmy was like, I don't get why she was offended. And Martell was like, I can't believe you told her that you didn't know who they were, but they made good chicken. Kimmy stands on that, and that's the truth. She doesn't know them, and they make good chicken. What's wrong with making good chicken? They do, and she didn't know them. So she talks to Martell about that, and it's good to see that Martell could stop by Kimmy's house. This is showing that Kimmy and Maurice, although they are related to Marceau and Letitia, they are letting Melody and Martell know that we still want to have a friendship with you, and we still want to be around for you guys, which I think puts them in a difficult situation as mediators in between. So then we go to the birth scene, Melody giving birth, and I don't know, the whole season has been about Melody being pregnant and giving birth. I want to see more of the other characters. I want to see Miss Wanda talking crazy to Marceau. I want to see Marceau and Letitia. I want to see other people. I don't want to just see Melody. It's like this should have been a special delivery special on their own instead of Love and Marriage Huntsville. We still have not seen Letitia, and they keep trying to introduce us and force Destiny and LaBerrick or LaHerrick down our throats, which they could be fine. And you know, Destiny wanted her moment in episode 1. So I don't know, I wanted to see more of the characters. So Melody pushes the baby out. They have the baby. The baby is beautiful, healthy. I think the name is Melanie, which all their kids' names are M's. And so that was okay. We know that 5 weeks after that, she's going to be having her skincare line, Embrace Beauty, which I love Tasha K. I watch Tasha K, and it reminds me of that commercial that comes on her when I'm watching her live videos, and it's Embrace Pangea wash for your, your yoni. So every time she said Embrace Beauty, I'm childish, so I giggled. I was like, Embrace Pangea, So anyway, so they're having that 5 weeks after the birth of the baby. So they go forward 5 weeks after the birth. Melanie's body looks good. I mean, 5 weeks after the baby, she looks, she looks good. She looks like one of those, this is her 4th kid, and this is 5 weeks after. So that's just how she's built. She's built good. So they're having her launch for this, and she's on stage, she's thanking her chemist. Kimmy shows up. Kimmy speaks to before that, Kimmy shows up. Kimmy speaks to Mel and Tel, and Destiny and her husband are there, and she just shades them, and she says, don't come for me unless you're ready for the energy that I'm going to give you. And it was very awkward. I don't know if it was edited to look that way, but it was so awkward. I was like, ooh, Destiny, they didn't speak to you. But you wanted the drama. You wanted to be relevant, so now you're relevant, I guess. And so Melody's on stage. Melody is thanking her chemist, and she's thanking this. Here comes Letitia walking in, and she's giving that mom walking in to speak to the principal, look, where are my kids? Where are my bad kids at? Just the walk, that mama walk. It wasn't a sexy walk. I don't know if it was a nervous walk, but it definitely looked like a mama walk. She walked in there. Melanie's giving her speech. She says, hold up. And I don't know if that was edited, So Mel and Tel go talk. They find this little mall cop, and they tell the little mall cop, they say, can you, what does your duties entail? Can you escort someone out? And he's like, yeah, shoot, this is reality TV. I can even pull a stun gun out. So he says, yeah. So she says, so we flashed to Letitia just making her round speaking. Melanie said, that's her in the yellow dress. So he goes up to Letitia. He's like, I gotta, before that, Letitia speaks to Kimmy. You could tell, hey, Letitia says, hey, Kimmy's like, oh, I didn't know that you were coming. Kimmy's like, oh, Lord, why did you come? You were invited, and you didn't tell me you were coming. So anyway, Melody points and said, there she is in the yellow dress right there with the mama walk. So the mall cop says, I have to escort you out. Letitia says, what, me? He's like, yes, you. And so it kind of cuts there. So we'll see. I saw for episode 3 that Kimmy was probably walking out with Letitia because, to show solidarity or to not have her as embarrassed. But we'll see that in episode 3. What I can say is Kimmy, reality TV, Kimmy has figured out that if I want to be filmed, I have to film with the main characters, which at this point is Mel and Tel. So it's a move of desperation. Like, I'm on this reality show too, and I know that I'm not getting any airtime. So that was an act of desperation. However, in real life, you don't show up to an event that you weren't invited to, number 1. Number 2, you especially don't show up if this event is very important to this person, and you and this person are not on good terms. That's not where you go. She's had a baby. You've had 5 weeks to call her, to congratulate her, to say, maybe can we talk? You have not done that. You definitely don't show up to someone's event. I do like Letitia a lot. I think she has a good heart, but I think reality TV does not bring out the best in some people, and in her case, it's not bringing out the best in her. From what we've seen the beginning of season 1, she's a good person. She's a good mom. She was a stay-at-home mom. Her husband didn't want her to work outside the home. I think in a way, like I said in the last review, she idolizes Melody and idolizes her in a way that she wants to be a boss wife too, working, handling things. And Mel and Tel, we know they do that very well. However, this reality TV wanting to be a part of this show so bad makes her come to an event that she's not even invited to, and not only that, to be embarrassed, to be escorted out. we wouldn't do that in real life. We wouldn't show up anywhere in real life. So that's what happens. And she knows that she wants to be relevant on the show, because up until now, we have not seen Letitia. We don't know what's going on with her. I like her mother more than anything, Miss Wanda. We haven't seen Miss Wanda. We don't know what's going on with Marceau. So that's just my review. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm wanting to have 100 subscribers this week, so I'm asking that you like, comment, subscribe. And I look forward to that. For a new YouTuber, it means a lot when people leave comments or tell you something that you've missed. So I appreciate that. Once again, subscribe. I'm asking very politely this time to please subscribe. We're going to go to 100 this week. Thank you. Bye-bye.